It was a chilly winter morning in Seattle. Jeff Bezos, dressed casually in a fleece jacket and jeans, had just stepped out of a local coffee shop with a steaming cup of espresso in hand. He was on his way to an informal meeting, but decided to take a short walk through the bustling downtown streets. As he walked, he noticed a delivery driver unloading packages from a worn-out van parked on the side of the street. The driver, a young man in his late 20s, looked exhausted but determined, moving quickly to get the packages delivered on time. Jeff paused for a moment, observing the driver's diligent work. Something about the man's focus and energy caught his attention. The driver, unaware of who was watching, stacked a tower of packages onto a handcart and started toward the entrance of a nearby office building. However, a gust of wind knocked over a few packages, scattering them across the icy sidewalk. Without hesitation, Jeff stepped forward to help. "Here, let me give you a hand," he said, picking up one of the boxes. The driver, startled, turned around and stammered, Thank you, sir. That's very kind of you." "Not a problem," Jeff replied, handing him the box. As they worked together to gather the scattered packages, Jeff struck up a conversation. "What's your name?" he asked. "It's Ethan," the driver replied, still slightly out of breath. "Ethan Parker." "Nice to meet you, Ethan. I'm Jeff," he said with a friendly smile. Ethan didn't immediately realize who he was talking to, but he appreciated the man's willingness to help. Once the packages were back on the cart, Ethan sighed in relief. "Thank you again, Mr. Jeff. This weather makes everything harder than it needs to be." "I can imagine," Jeff said. "How long have you been doing this?" "A little over 3 years," Ethan replied. "It's not easy, but it's honest work. I'm saving up to start my own business someday. That's the dream, at least." Jeff's curiosity was piqued. "What kind of business?" Ethan hesitated for a moment, unsure whether to share his aspirations with the stranger. But something about Jeff's demeanor encouraged him. "A logistics company," he said finally. "I've seen the challenges in this line of work, and I think I can create a more efficient system, one that treats drivers better and delivers faster." Jeff's expression turned thoughtful. "That's a great idea," he said. "The world always needs innovation, especially in logistics. Have you started planning it out?" Ethan shook his head. "Not really. I've got ideas, but no time or resources to work on them. Between this job and supporting my family, it's hard to make progress." Jeff nodded, understanding the challenges Ethan faced. "Well, Ethan, I believe every great business starts with an idea, and it sounds like you've got a good one." Before Ethan could respond, Jeff reached into his pocket and pulled out a business card. "Here," he said, handing it to Ethan, "send me an email. I'd love to hear more about your ideas." Ethan took the card, his eyes widening as he read the name. Jeff Bezos, founder and executive chairman, Amazon. He looked up in shock. "You? You're Jeff Bezos?" Jeff chuckled. "Guilty as charged, but don't let that intimidate you. Just send me your ideas and we'll see what we can do." Ethan stood there, stunned, as Jeff waved goodbye and walked away. He stared at the card for a long moment, his mind racing with possibilities. Over the next few weeks, Ethan worked tirelessly in his spare time to put together a proposal. He detailed his vision for a logistics company that prioritized efficiency and driver well-being, using technology to streamline operations. When he finally sent the email, he wasn't sure what to expect. To his surprise, Jeff responded within a day. The email was brief but encouraging. "Great ideas, Ethan. Let's discuss further. How about a meeting next week?" The following week, Ethan found himself sitting in a sleek conference room at Amazon's headquarters. Jeff greeted him warmly and introduced him to a team of executives who specialized in logistics. They spent hours discussing Ethan's ideas, refining them, and exploring how they could be implemented. By the end of the meeting, Jeff made an announcement that changed Ethan's life. "Ethan, we want to invest in your vision. You'll have access to our resources and mentorship to build your company. Are you ready to get started?" Ethan could barely believe what he was hearing. "Yes," he said, his voice trembling with emotion. "Thank you so much for this opportunity." Jeff smiled. "You earned it, Ethan. Just remember to pay it forward when the time comes." Over the next year, Ethan's company took shape with Amazon's support. His innovative logistics solutions gained attention, and his company grew rapidly. True to his word, Ethan treated his drivers with respect and fairness, setting a new standard in the industry. And it all started with a simple act of kindness on a chilly winter morning in Seattle. Jeff Bezos' belief in Ethan's potential not only changed one man's life, but also inspired a ripple effect of positive change. And this brings us to the end of this story. Thank you for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories. See you in the next one.